All right, now to this story. Collierville needs a new fire chief. John Selberg here retired today, effective immediately, 11 days after the town administrator put him on administrative leave. This is a move that became the talk of the town. Action News 5's Michaela Redmond explains what happened.
The town of Collierville says it understands there have been questions raised in the community about Fire Chief John Selberg's employment status. In the statement announcing his retirement, the town didn't provide further explanation. Town leaders said Chief Selberg served Collierville honorably since becoming fire chief in 2022. His retirement comes after Selberg was placed on administrative leave August 10th without public explanation.
I believe this sequence of events raises serious questions about transparency bordering on intimidation and whether the current process is being allowed to reach a truly independent and impartial conclusion.
A personal move that had some residents speaking out at Monday's town meeting.
So I'm looking to hold the mayor and board accountable to make sure that this kind of thing don't happen anymore. And it shouldn't have happened, and I knew it was going to happen.
A special meeting scheduled about the chief was scheduled for August 14th, but was abruptly canceled. This week, the town released the statement Town Administrator Molly Maynor planned to read at the meeting. In it, Maynor said she tried to address several issues with Selberg. She also said Selberg repeatedly undermined her authority, claiming he said, quote, "You are not my supervisor, and I don't blank report to Molly Maynor." Many residents told leaders they stand by Selberg.
In the fire service, leadership is defined by trust, character, accountability, dependability, and the willingness to stand behind your people. I've observed those traits and qualities in John Selberg.
The town said Mark Carter will serve as acting chief. In Collierville, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.